Hey guys, welcome to Sheru CricInsights. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the first video, so we'll be discussing five main reasons for India's 3-0 loss to New Zealand. I think first and foremost, I think we are getting very bad at playing Spain, especially I think for last 2 to 3 years. We have seen the struggles even in the white ball against. I think once Gambit took over, we lost that one day series to Sri Lanka as well, and even in the red ball also. I think we have seen how we have lost matches. Only this year I think we lost 4 matches at home, so which is like pretty rare. We normally don't lose at home, and I think many players I think they are struggling, but I think I just want to call I think players with significant I think shortcomings against Spain. One is I think Shubman Gill. So I think we have seen how he struggles, especially with the arm ball, the one that doesn't swing comes straight with the arm. I think the way he puts his the left leg forward. I think it when it comes straight on with the arm, it hits his pad. So I think and the Lakshman guard he takes, and more often than not he'll be given out. And also Kohli, we have seen last 2 to 3 years, especially his form is declining, but especially against Spain, I think it's more pronounced. Uh, in Shubman Gill case, I think one positive is he'll be there here for 8 to 10 years at least. So I think he can work on his technique because he's pretty good when facing fast bowling. And Kohli, I think he's like against pace, he's still I think one of the best when it comes to playing pace going around. We have seen that in the second innings when we were put under pressure, and when actually trailing behind 350 or 400 odd, he looked very solid. I think so the second reason is I think the way Jadeja and Ashwin bowled, especially in the I would say second first innings of Bangalore, and more so in the Pune test. Actually, when in the Pune pitch was assisting for the spinners, and we have seen how Washington actually got the purchase, and also Santner how he struggled, because they both of them I felt they bowled slow, because that was the like need of the hour for that pitch. Whereas I think Jadeja and Ashwin, they bowled maybe 4 5 kilometers faster, and also they couldn't. I felt Jadeja especially couldn't hit the right lens, and maybe I think the they are also I think it's probably last 1 or 2 test series for them, because they are clearly at the flag end of their career. So I think especially, and also the when the test series or basically when the tests are completed in 2 to 3 days, 3 to 4 days, the margins are very low, and we may feel that if you restrict somebody to 250 or 260 in the first innings, that's actually pretty good effort. But I think in the low scoring test matches, which are like most test matches these days, I think they are low scoring. So I think those 50 60 runs they usually decide. I think if you see even the third test match, we lost by how many, I think 30 or 40 yards. So and the third one, I think don't take anything away from New Zealand. I think they're pretty good. We know they do prepare well, and they maximize whatever the abilities they have. And this time they were missing Kane Williamson, who is like one of their maybe one of the New Zealand's best ever batsmen. But still I can see they had the depth, like they had Conway Latham, they contributed, like one of their openers always contributed in all the three test matches. And in Rachit Ravindra, I think they have a player for next 10 years who will be in the who will talk about for next 10 years as one of the top 4 or top 5 players of this decade. And also Darrell Mitchell, I think Darrell Mitchell has been a revelation for last 2 to 3 years. He has been ever consistent, no matter the format, whether it's T20, ODI, and Test matches. And actually they also bowled, I believe, better than what we have done in both the departments, pace and spin. So I think all in all, combined with the India's terrible performance, and New Zealand's, I think they prepared well. They said they'll challenge India, and actually they have done that. Great to them. The fourth, and I think one of the important reasons that I felt is I think the Rohit Sharma as a captain and as a batsman. So first we'll talk the Rohit Sharma, the batsman. So I personally am a big fan of Rohit Sharma. I still am. But I think some of the short selection this time, I think in this series, at least out of the 6 times, he batted. I think 3 times I could see he was the way he got out. It was very reckless, and especially in the third test when we were only chasing 146, and you have like 2.5 days, and you know that the Matt Henry would be only given 3 to 4 overs because it was assisting spin. We already played 2 overs of Matt Henry, so and you got 2 boundaries. So I didn't see like what was the point in actually taking him on when the trap was clearly set. And they also know, the longer Rohit bats, I think the game would be slipping from them. So they were also attacking. They were tempting Rohit with the good length balls, short balls. They wanted to take those balls. They wanted him to take those balls on, and yeah, he eventually paid the price. And I think even in the he was not at it, like he was getting hit on the pad, especially in the first overs. And as we could see, starting from I think Pune Test match, SSV Jaiswal was the one who was actually taking the strike actually for new ball when Matt Henry was bowling. So I think he's clearly low on confidence, and maybe I think. The Bangladesh series also, I think I played a part. Is I think it was like hardly competitive, and they actually finished one of the games within 2 days in Kanpur when it was rained for like almost 3 days, but still they actually won that game. So I think that maybe that aggression, and I won't call it arrogance, but maybe they actually took New Zealand very lightly, given that last 2 times New Zealand visited India, so we beat them pretty comfortably. So I think maybe that also played their role. The fifth and the final reason is actually the four senior most players in this test squad: Rohit, Kohli, Jadeja, and Ashwin. I think uh, it's probably, I think the border Gavaskar would be their last series, because now the chances of us making the World Test Championship final, I think it's only 8%, followed by I think New Zealand have a better chance now, 33%, and Australia, South Africa, they are like clear favorites now, and we have to beat Australia 4-0. And I know that we have beat Australia before, like in last two Test series down under, but I think the confidence wise, we are not. It's not great form wise. One good thing I see is I think all these current crop of players, I think they play well on the pitches that have the carry and the pace, especially Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and Virat Kohli average, I think at the more than 50, and Shubman Gill has a pretty good record in Australia, and so is Rishabh Pant. So even Rohit, I think he averages around somewhere around 35 to 36 in Australia. Uh, so these guys clearly like playing pace than spin. So that's like one positive that I see. But I think whether given that 8% chance, and also most of these guys are either 36 or 37-year old. I think except Jadeja, who is 34 or 35. So I don't see them actually getting selected beyond the border Gavaskar trophy. I think it's only fair because there are many people waiting. So I think, yeah, all four of them had a pretty bad series by their usual very high standards, especially Ashwin, Jadeja, and off late Rohit Sharma in the home tests. So yeah, I think that's combined. This actually contributed more, I would say, because you only had either Yashasvi Jaiswal or Rishabh Pant or Sarfaraz. They are performing, the new guys. But I think if all four of your the, the high performers, especially in the subcontinent, if they all don't perform at the same time, I think combined add to that New Zealand's well preparedness, as well as their ability to actually put India pressure. Whenever you see that, especially in the second innings at Bangalore, when I think India were what 400 for four or something, then everyone thought, okay, we are actually getting slightly upper hand, but I think they pull the game back. So I think, yeah, they actually, whenever they needed wickets, someone or the other actually stepped in for them. And for India, I think that was not the case. So I think, yeah, so these are the, I think, five main reasons why we had our first 3-0 whitewash in Indian cricket history at home. Hopefully, yeah, the BGT will be different. We hope so. So because last 2 times we have done well, and look forward to it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.